What if I told you that I never would have made it? If he never came to take me, and I really thought I didn't need saving. Yeah. Now I need him on a daily. I've been around, round. So many people let me down. There's nowhere I can go that your love won't reach me right on time. Cause it don't matter where you come from. It only matters where you're going. So if you're willing and you're able, there's a seat at the table. So come on down, step right in. You welcome here, my brother, take a seat. So come on down, step right in. You welcome here, my sister, take a seat now. I know you're looking for a love that's real. I know you're tired saying, Jesus, take the wheel. It's never ever late to come back home. I'm sick and tired of doing it alone. I've been around, round. So many people let me down. There's nowhere I can go that your love won't reach me right on time. Cause it don't matter where you come from. It only matters where you're going. So if you're willing and you're able, there's a seat at the table. So come on down, step right in. You welcome here, my brother, take a seat. So come on down, step right in. You welcome here, my sister, take a seat now. Oh no.
Welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to our podcast, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Sema, and we're live and direct with.
This is I, Danielle. Sorry, I nearly forgot my name.
Welcome back to another edition of the Table DC podcast, where we come with nothing but real life discussions from a godly Christian perspective.
Yes.
Facts, episode 3. Saying Nizzy. So yeah, we're here.
Dizzy.
And I see you got a lovely smile on your face. How you been, Danielle?
Oh, that's it. I've been alright. I feel like the weeks are getting so fast as time is going by. But
Really?
it's not bad. Today was a bit of but it's good, man. It's good. How about you?
Yeah, likewise. Like my week's gone super fast. Like, oh my god, I'm so happy that we're Thursday already. I
Yeah.
just can't wait to enter the weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, life's good. Life's good where I'm at, man. I'm happy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't complain.
Oh, that's good. Obviously, given with like everything that's going on, like I've tried to stay away from mainstream news nowadays. It's
Same.
just, why am I experiencing anxiety with the politics that doesn't even concern this country?
Exactly.
But,
No, learn how to like be on social media, but obviously like take your time.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Don't let it consume you. Trust me, because it will
100%.
just pollute your mind for real.
100%. Given that we are now entering like another lockdown,
Oh wow!
going back into prison. Well, not really.
Straight. So literally, yeah. Okay, so it's interesting you've obviously just mentioned that, because that's the topic of what obviously this discussion is going to be about.
Yeah, I know that.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on, you know that, yeah.
I know that, Summer. 100%. So like, how are you feeling kind of going into it then?
To be honest, this is our second lockdown. So obviously, for those of you who are watching, you may not be from the UK. It's the second lockdown, obviously, and we're based in London. So yeah, like other cities in the UK, if people have been paying attention to the news, have already been on lockdown. They've been on tier 3. We were on tier 1 up until now. But now it's obviously like
Is it one?
Yeah,
That's how you know I'm
we
not
used to
watching
be,
news.
yeah, exactly.
It's bad. I'm sorry.
we were on tier 1, but now it's almost a tier 4, but for everybody. It's a
Yeah.
national lockdown, right? And it's a second lockdown, but for me, how am I coping with it? Do you know what? It's like I'm just staying focused on my goals, to be honest. Yeah. It's all about just diverting, really, man. It's all about just diverting. And obviously, I work in an institution that is still staying open. It's requiring me
by
to go in
force.
there physically.
Yeah.
And as long as I just stay safe, I don't see that where the concern should be.
Yeah, I
You
think
know what I'm saying?
it's just a matter of staying safe. There is again a lot of uncertainty. Even the government is very uncertain in terms of how the next couple months are going to look like, which has a ripple effect on has a ripple effect on other people. Whether it's work, even like upcoming businesses as well. It's not nice because it's so inconsistent for them. Like you see restaurants that are open, right? They're getting their money in, they get into the flow of it, and then like we have to shut down again.
Exactly.
Kind of thing,
You see, you made an interesting point to do with businesses. I feel like the virus, not to get into too much politics or obviously like things that are just off and weird. I feel like it is definitely like taking its toll on ethnic minority businesses, small business owners, because I see that the major restaurant franchises are still going to remain open, like whether we close down for a year, a month, or a couple of weeks, but the others, do you know what I'm saying? Like they're very stressed out and
of course, yeah, that's because even like as a transitional, where I say I'm already vegan, there's a lot of like small
talk the things.
Yeah, there's a lot of small upcoming like food businesses, vegan businesses that, you know, had a really good start up beginning of the year and whatnot, and unfortunately had to close down just due to it, and haven't been able to regain the strength to come back to open just because of the uncertainty.
Right. So during this period, you're going to be eating a bit of non-vegan. You might
I'm going to be vegan. I'm persistent through it.
Okay.
Like that's definitely one of the things I'm trying to be very, especially during lockdown. I have the capacity to do that in terms of like I don't have to divulge in meat as much kind of thing.
You know, in the book of Daniel, it was almost like a hashtag. It's like a vegan fast, basically.
Yeah,
like
he was like the first
water and
Bible.
vegetables.
Yes, my namesake. Do you know what I'm saying?
But listen. Obviously, they did that fast, and then they said that his face glowed as well in the book of Daniel. But guess what? My face is glowing. I'm not a vegan, so.
Is he sending for me or
no, I'm not sending it for you.
You see, it's not obviously for everyone. Again, like some people can do it, some people can't.
Yeah,
you just gotta find what works for you. For me, it's done tremendous efforts. My parents are just like, what do you do? Like, what is this that you're doing? Look at you're even losing colour. I was like, no, I'm not. Obviously, you gotta know in terms of like. You don't have like, for example, if you're not eating meat or fish, you lack B12, for example. So you do need to take supplements to substitute for that, because B12 is prominent in meat, fish, and dairy stuff. But if you're not taking that, you're not going to get any of it. So like everyone glows in different ways. Actually, how are you glowing?
How am I glowing?
How are you glowing? What are you doing to make yourself glow?
Drink lemon water. Get me? Drink that lemon water and then every day. I work out. Do you know what I'm saying? I get my 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Do you know what I'm saying? And I live a stress-free life. I don't let things get to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like wear the right creams as well. But
So creams?
Yeah.
What kind of creams?
No, just like obviously the coconut oil and shea butter.
Oh yeah.
So and I'm happy to hear that PAX would obviously still be open.
Really?
Yeah, because even though it's not technically like considered to be a non-essential business, they've got things in there still that they've said are essential. So obviously they'll be just distributing that. Yeah, and that those things will be on sale.
Okay,
only.
Keeping that in mind, 100%.
Yeah, man, for real.
It doesn't really feel like a lockdown per se, but it's still something that we have to be in our homes now. I would say 70% of the time. Before it was 90%. I'm sure. Well, 70% I would say, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So now we get another. When I say a chance to do like a little re-up.
To
now, right.
I'll call it
now
that
to
too.
do the work. And it's like again, for some people, like we mentioned, I think the furlough scheme won't be as much as it was the first time. And if some people, they're not working, but how much they'll be getting paid won't be as much as it was the first time they were furloughed. So, and then some again startup businesses might not go to plan. No one probably would have. Well, actually, most people did predict that we'll have another lockdown, but some were hoping that we'll be fine. So how would you, personally for you, how would you kind of navigate through this this time again, in terms of working with God or like your faith or what? Like, what would you be doing? Like, you know, because again, you're going back to work anyway. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But still, like, in that time, you still have a lot of time to yourself anyway. So, what would you...
So, it's funny you should talk about the furlough scheme, you know, because first of all, like, a lot of people have been placed on furlough, and they have extended it anyways until March 2021 anyway. So we thank God for that, because they were not planning to extend it. They said that they didn't have the refund. I mean, the obviously the funds, and stuff like that. But man, like, just know that as long as you pray, do you know what I'm saying? And then you have faith that obviously God can work through your government. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's always a way something can happen. But obviously, as for me, how would I navigate through like just a second lockdown? Things to do for me personally, let's say you do have free time and you have been off your job, whatever, you could just take a walk around, like, and when I say walk, like, just enjoy the nature that's around you.
Yeah.
And you know why I say that? It's because obviously God created the nature that's around you. So obviously it might sound a bit weird. You're thinking, well, but it's cold, it's winter.
Yeah.
But as you go outside and you walk for an hour or half an hour or so, you start to like become a lot more stress-free, and you realize, wow, like, okay, cool, that this environment that I'm in is beautiful, and this is what God's created. God's an artist. So, you know, as you walk, it's like you become stress-free, you enjoy your environment, you enjoy your background, you're able to breathe in and breathe out. And it's in that nature where even God will be able to speak to you. Do you know what I'm saying? And let you know that, yeah, like, see this, this world is made for enjoyment. And whatever it is you're going back to, when you go back to your home, just remember that that's only for a season. But do you know what? You can only actually like tune into God sometimes by going into the nature. Like Jesus had to go into the wilderness sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying? That despite whatever was happening in the city, sometimes just go out. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously this government did not allow us not to go out. Do you get it? Like exercises allowed. You can walk around. Do you know what it is? Like that's what life is about. Do you know what I'm saying? Like finding a loophole always. And like God's got us regardless. So number one thing for me, enjoy the nature, do something with yourself. Don't just be at home consuming social media. Don't let anything bad pollute your mind, but just stay focused, and stay with a mind that's on Christ, you know what I'm saying? Because like he wants to be the ultimate person to reign in your mind, and just look at things and cherish things that obviously reflect him, basically.
I like that. It's being mindful in nature and just embracing what he has given us in this beautiful form in a way. So like mindful walking, just embracing the sounds, everything he's created, the colours, what you feel whilst you're walking, and obviously in that just really taking in how like God has created each and every one of those things, and once you're able to kind of be in that moment, then again he can speak to you through that. So I think mindful walking kind of thing, on at least if it's 10 to 20 minutes a day or 5 minutes a day, it could be any time you can get to just breathe in for 4, out for 6, and just breathe in God's goodness.
I did that a while ago as well, so I'm not just talking for the sake of it, whatever. I went to somewhere called Peak District, and we drove up there.
It was just lovely.
We drove up there, and we left Wood Green at around 7 o'clock in the morning. We got there for 10:30, and we just hiked around. There was a time for us to obviously do some cycling just to enjoy, and there was a lot of visitors, you know what I'm saying? And when people are there, the reason why people are there is to be there. It's in the moment. You're not going to be there and talk about things to do with things, to places, things to do with places that, like you're not at currently, basically, in it. So if you're at Peak District, you're going to think about Peak District, you're going to look at the mountains, you're going to enjoy your time, and you're going to be happy. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's going to be a memory that will stay with you, even in the midst of you being on the lockdown, do you get? So stuff like that, like last week I went hiking, Epping Forest. I picked up another hobby, which is obviously my YouTube stuff. Like I picked it up, do you know what I'm saying? And with that, it's quite on and off, but it was on more so during lockdown. And like we received a lot of support, received a lot of love. So if you're creative out there, that's also something that you could obviously endeavor to do. So
I like that. Definitely tap into your hobbies, especially with the things that you feel like God it keeps stirring inside of you, like I think I said in the first one, where sometimes God tends to gear you to certain interests, and there's a reason why he's doing that consistently. Like there's a reason why he's always like putting this idea in your head, or he's always using something around you to kind of remind you that this is where I want you to be. So definitely tapping into that, particularly in this time, but don't feel pressured obviously to do that, because again, it's a very uncertain time, and we might be going through like different kind of roller coasters of emotions, and even like with like work, and just like sometimes some people don't know how to be with family. Like you're not so used to being in a house of like 5 or 6 every single day. So so obviously don't feel pressured if you don't feel like you have the need or the capacity to do it. Then obviously don't. But again, like maybe what you could do, like you said, with the walking, like embracing God's nature, is if you can't do it, then maybe what's that word, man? When you hide out, like go into
the place of isolation.
With him, exactly that. I've lost my words. Literally that, And on top of that as well, like you mentioned about like socials and whatnot, policing what you feeding, like who you follow, police who you follow, police the kind of information that you're internalizing, because again, you don't realize the effect that it might have to your mind and the effect it has to your emotions and the effect it has to your spiritual life as well. Because again, what you want to do, what we're currently doing, is continue to grow in Christ and in faith with him. But if you're internalizing information that might be a detriment or might divert you elsewhere or might stir some form of resentment or anything in you, like, you want to be very mindful of what you're taking in. So police the information, like people who you're following. If you need to unfollow that Instagram page, you need to unfollow it, because all it's doing is giving you toxic information kind of thing, you know. So maybe what you want to do more is follow people who are like-minded in Christ, maybe, or those who could uplift you, like, you know, people who are having like reels, for example, just small little clips of videos. You'd be surprised that even just a couple seconds might do something for you subconsciously, if that makes sense. So police who you follow, be intentional with who you want to see on your feed, who you want to be seeing every single day. Because like, imagine just every day you wake up and you're just feeding yourself like junk. Like, wait, let's say for example, you're eating chicken and chips every single day, you're bound to get indigestion.
Yeah, of course.
You're bound to get indigestion. You're bound to get, you know, diarrhea, the whole lot. You know, so too much so too much of those stuff.
But yeah, you mentioned obviously family, innit? And obviously, I want to come back to family in a moment. But obviously, I wanted to just ask you this one question. Personally, how did you navigate through the first lockdown? Do you have any like stories that you want to share? Do you know what I'm saying?
I realised one thing I learned about myself, particularly coming out from uni, that I'm really good with a schedule. So I kind of built that for myself. I always try and set an intention for the day. So whether I create an affirmation with God or I do a gratitude list in the morning, like I'm grateful for light, or I'm grateful for the breath that God has breathed inside of me, or I'm grateful for the fact that I'm able to just wake up and then look out the window kind of thing. So I do my list of gratitude. And one thing I always like to try and fit in my day during my stretches, I try and sit down and have this Bible app. I think I said in the first one, Bible app called Abide. And it's a meditation app. It's a Christian one where you listen to like different scriptures.
Yeah, I've heard about that app, and then obviously the voice is so subtle and soft, so isn't it? Compared to like the typical robotic. Like,
no, this is really good, literally. And I just like the way it kind of closes off, because I normally use it before I go to bed, and it says something. It says something like something and abide in the stillness of God, and it's just so peaceful and lovely. So I wish, like,
peace be still and know that I am God.
Yes, 100% that. Just being still, really and truly. I always try and put that in my everyday. And I started. What I said, I was like, if I'm going to start with the Bible, let me start somewhere. So I started reading all the women in the Bible. So I started from Abigail and making my way down, kind of thing. So that's something that's kind of really helped me, and looking at how I can intentionally apply those traits of the women in the Bible into my life right now, because I'm not distracted by everything around me, kind of thing. I'm kind of just left with here, my room, and my Bible, and my Lord.
Exactly. But obviously, just touching back onto the family, obviously, point, I feel like the same way that a lot of people used the first lockdown to rekindle the flame with their families is also something else that we should reenact again during the second lockdown. And why do I say that? It's because we should really be monitoring, and I've even got it down on my phone, like who we're spending time with. They say that obviously you should hang around people that you want to be like. So if you're struggling in your faith, sometimes it's also a good idea just to go back and make time, obviously, of being with people who love you and who encourage you. And obviously family, they're people that will never really turn their back on you, no matter what. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously blood is thicker than water. And like even church as well, your church family, do you know what I'm saying? It's all good, obviously, having your personal walk with Christ, but you need to remember that the physical gathering of the saints as well is really important. But obviously under lockdown procedures, like, are you like checking up on your family via WhatsApp? Are you attending the Zoom meetings? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, are you talking to Christian friends? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and if you do that, then your faith will even like grow even more, like even through a lockdown. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's an enemy out there, and he's hoping to kill, steal, and destroy. But obviously, this lockdown said to us, like, obviously we're in London, England. They said obviously groups of 6 only, in it, nothing more. But she used to stop you from meeting up with a group of 5, like, do you know what I'm saying, on a Sunday at midday.
Go around the government.
do you know what I'm saying? A group of two. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what's needed.
Yeah.
Because if we look back in the olden times as well, in the days of the Bible, there was none of these like fancy buildings. It was always, you know what I'm saying, like find a community, a group of people, and then, do you know what I'm saying? And this could be a form of persecution, but there's always a way. Where there's a God, there's a way. So it's all about fighting a good fight of faith and making sure that you stay family oriented.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
At the end of the day, like yeah, man.
100%.
Family is so key.
It is really key, yeah, because that's what kind of, again, keeps you grounded, and reassures you of, like, you know, in terms of, or however you're brought up anyways, reassures you kind of who you are in that sense. So definitely having that support around you, and then just having that transparency with the family in terms of like what you're feeling, or like just how you can together as a family, as a unit, grow in that within and navigate through this lockdown with God kind of thing. You know, obviously, initially with the lockdown, there a lot of question marks, not too sure when or what or how. So now that we kind of have the groundwork, now we kind of know how to work with things. Definitely, how can we do it better with our family, with our friends? Just in general,
exactly.
Keep that unity with your family in that sense.
Facts. A lot of questions: who, what, where, why, how. But just know that the enemy is a liar and our God's a good God.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like one thing we should do is not panic. Panicking obviously just confuses you even more. It frightens you. It pulls you away from obviously the love and the help that God wants to give you. Panic basically doesn't really come from God either. Do you know what I'm saying? But what does come from God? God's spirit stirs up courage, it stirs up strength, it stirs up consolations, inspirations, and tranquility. Tranquility means peace. Do you know what I'm saying? So don't panic, don't listen to and that's another reason why we shouldn't always be so fixated on what's happening on TV, even though we want to keep up with what's happening when our business is opening, when should they be closing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things that's out there. Obviously, our Prime Minister has said that there's many people that are going to pass in the first lockdown. Rebuke that's not going to be you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about it.
Definitely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
I think I was like just brainstorming like what literally like faith was, or what faith means to me.
Going back to the basics.
And that one thing was coming out to was like surrendering and vulnerability. And I said blurry because like obviously the definition of faith is what?
The definition of faith, there's a lot of definitions of faith.
To Hebrews.
Let's go into the scriptures.
I should have gotten up, my bad.
Yeah, facts.
It is literally the substance of things that are
hoped for.
And then obviously not seen as well. So I said blurry because again, like I was like just doing some research around it, and faith doesn't, in terms of it not seen, for example, it's not a physical element. Like faith is not seen at the naked eye kind of thing. It's something that we're unsure of, but we know that it's going to happen. That's why I said blurry, because again, particularly within this time, we don't know how January is going to be. So it's us moving the faith. It's quite blurry. It's a very blurry kind of space. It's a blurry kind of vision, but knowing that he's pulled through the same way he pulled through the first time. And unfortunately for some people, things didn't tend to pan out, but for some, and for everyone, it will kind of thing, you know. So just surrendering and just being vulnerable in that faith, that knowing that God is still gonna just do that work, that God is still he's still present. He's still very much present in this time anyways, you know. Exactly.
Like we would still like still do whatever you have to do with a mask on at the end of the day. Like literally, like don't let anything stop you or reduce, or you know what I'm saying, like decrease your faith. Literally just keep at it, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like literally.
What does faith mean to you?
In something that you have no idea.
Yeah.
It seems like, to the physical eye, it seems like there is no light.
There's no light,
yeah.
But it's believing that there is going to be something at the end of the
Exactly.
tunnel.
Literally.
Wow, man. Like, yeah, man. Like, us as believers, we've got to have that crazy faith in it, as Michael Todd said. Crazy faith, literally, man. Like, faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains, which means that in the midst of a community of non-believers, or in a community that's panicking, that's worried, that's anxious, that are always telling you, no, you're the light, you're the yes in the room. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, something that you can do, or something that you say, it becomes like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, when you believe it passionately with your heart, there's no way somebody else could come and obviously like derail you, basically, and that could be contagious for somebody else, because like literally that's what will open doors, and it will change the narrative of what everyone's been saying. Do you know what I'm saying? So
It's beyond reason.
Literally,
Logic.
man.
Beyond. What about you, Chris?
With the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things I think that's the Bible's definition. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Basically, holding on to your beliefs. You don't stand for something or for anything. Which is the basis of our faith in Christ, is your knowledge of who you are in Christ.
Yeah.
And if you don't know who Christ is as a person, as a spiritual being, then there's no way you can believe that he actually is who he says he was.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely I agree that, because even having that inkling of faith, obviously way more than enough. And if you lack the belief or just the I don't know the word to just to believe in something or him and his works, then boy, like literally you're just moving.
You're just moving. Yeah, like you don't want to waver. You don't want to be wavering. Yeah, like you want to be steadfast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, like, what practical steps do you think we can take to strengthen our our ship with him? Particularly during another lockdown kind of thing. Like, what practical things? We said obviously policing who and what you follow, family in terms of unity. What else did we say?
We said obviously like learn to just take walks in nature, do you know what I'm saying? Just to admire what God's created, you know what I'm saying? In terms of like admiring what is seeming to be a man-made virus, whatever, if that's what people want to believe, do you know what I'm saying? But has caused a lot of like man-made issues, like the closures of this and that, do you know what I'm saying? Go back to God, do you know what I'm saying? And be one with God. Alone sometimes with other people.
So what practical things, like what else do you think you would like possibly do? Or like, so what's the one thing that you're definitely going to be doing?
Definitely going to be doing. I'm definitely going to be worship a lot more. I'm definitely going to be worshiping a lot more.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like definitely turning it up. Do you know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of songs as well that God has placed on people's hearts to be able to perform and have as just melodies. Do you know what I'm saying? Just to get people through this tough time. Whether it's a soft song, whether your gift is rapping, and obviously, do you know what I'm saying? That you've done a song obviously that obviously edifies Christ or glorifies Christ. I mean, and then obviously edifies your heart. Just playing that out every single morning. Do you know what I'm saying? And letting that shut down every other word, do you know what I'm saying, which will come your way, do you know what I'm saying? And like worship is so important, because worship it's more than a lifestyle, and as a believer it's your life, do you know what I'm saying? Waking up, doing everything is worship. So doing that, it's like the lockdown has to bow down to the worship as well. Literally, fam.
100.
Yeah, straight. 100.
I like that. What.
That's it.
I like that. No, I like that. Everyone's saying that. Oh, I'm just hoping and praying to God that we at least will have 31st to ourselves. And that we know that as we enter 2021, please, that, you know, do you know what I mean?
We will, man. We're ready. We decree and declare it already.
100%.
We'll pass. 31st will be ours.
This year, literally, like,
it's been unreal.
It's just a flash before our eyes. Like, I can't believe it's been a year already, kind of thing, you know. No one should feel disheartened in terms of like not making the moves where you want to be, or not wanting to like. You wasn't expected to be in this position, like here or there, kind of thing. Don't feel disheartened by it.
That's one thing that people shouldn't do. I feel like people always define their own level of success, like in regards to what other people's like success looks like, or in terms of like being able to achieve all the things of their list,
or just even our expectations of ourselves, kind of thing. You know, I was doing some reading, and there's this theory called the needs theory. Okay, where like regardless of like your age or gender, your sex, or whatnot. Yeah, man, that's what I've been reading. I've been reading my books. But there's these 3 needs that we as humans have. And it's need for achievement, need for affiliation, and need for power. So need for power is like you want respect, you're a leader, blah, blah. Need for affiliation is more of you desire to be part of a group, to have positive relationships, social relationships. And the need for, what's the other one? Achievement. So being able to get something or do something, to be able to receive something. So we all have these needs that need to be satisfied. That's what motivates us to do stuff, kind of thing. So yeah, we have these expectations, these needs that needs to be satisfied, but they can't be satisfied given that we are in this very like uncertain times, you know. But that can always be adopted, that can always be changed, knowing what, because everyone, so in terms of that, those three needs, everyone has like one driving force. So yours might be power, for example. So you might have the need for power. So people that you perceive as a leader.
That's not quite my driving force, but yeah, no, let's take it.
Let's say need for achievement. Let's go for the achievement. So yours is need for achievement.
Okay.
Like, can I
really.
Okay, then, well, I'm just getting it wrong. Affiliation then. Need for affiliation?
Affiliation with who? What do you mean?
In terms of just like you prefer to be in social relationships or friendships or whatnot, like you like to work in a team, do things within a group
of course,
setting,
most def, I like that.
Yeah. So obviously these things can always be adapted. So knowing what our needs are, and then seeing, okay, how does the lockdown not meet that? Okay, then how can I meet it halfway, or how can I kind of, you know, alter around it, kind of thing. So knowing what your needs are, that will allow you to feel like you're the best version of yourself, you know. And that's even, it ties in with, what's this guy's name? Like the hierarchy of needs, Maslow, where it's like you have your basic needs, where it's like food, clothes,
blah, blah. Basic necessities of life.
And then you go up, once that's satisfied, you go up to security, so you know, safety, blah blah. Then I think it's love and belonging, so just belonging to people, and then I think self-esteem and self-actualization. So again, knowing what those needs are, how you can meet them, particularly within this time. So you might have to just adapt them. Because we have all the expectations of ourselves. Like you had your like 5-year plan, and it's been thrown out the window, but it still can happen. You just need to kind of figure out how this can work for you in this very odd time, kind of thing, you know. And again, just aligning that with what God has for you inside of you, like Aji's word, remove. You know, in that, you know, everything that is been set in us in terms of our purpose needs to be in alignment with God.
Facts.
We can't divert it or try and, you know, jump the hoop. What's his name? The guy that
Which one?
Oh my goodness. The one that sent oh my goodness, my brain is fried, is gone. When he went after you know, when I'm just saying
Do I know when? What? Do I know when? What?
No, what's his name? It's not Naaman. It's when he went after the king and he wanted the gifts.
Okay. Yeah, help us out, bro.
And then he said that like it was for It was Elijah, but he was his servant.
Elisha.
But Elijah's servant went after the king. It was one of the king's guards and whatnot, saying that, you know. And then obviously Elijah said no, like we didn't want the gifts, like he sent them away, and then his servant went after it, etc., etc. And then obviously that was against what God had actually said. He said no, but he still went against it. So definitely, realizing that everything that is down on the inside of us needs to align to Him. And if you're not sure, have that quiet time to be able to figure out. Have that quiet
time. Understand that in this season, in this time, everything is precious.
Yes.
Understand to have obviously insurance over your life, insurance over your assets. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
that's true.
Yeah.
That is
and
true.
And whenever you tell yourself, like you just mentioned, a 5 or 10 year or 2 year plan, whatever, have a plan B always.
Yeah, definitely. But still trusting that, you know, still having faith, still having that crazy faith, still want to have that faith, that assurance, you know, still surrendering that, knowing that God's going to do that, you know. And
understand as well that there's always somebody that's always taking it much worse than you are as well. So don't get to a place where it's like your ego is puffed up, telling yourself, the world's crashing for you. No, it's not. That's
tough love. Someone's giving you tough love.
I'm blunt. Do you know what I'm saying? And over the next couple of episodes, facts. I talk here. Listen, I don't think twice. I just deliver.
Ouch.
Simple.
Ouch. Everybody say ouch. Ouch. No, okay, I get that. Yeah. I guess everyone is allowed to kind of, but then are you not allowed to kind of be like, you know what? This ain't working for me. Like, Charlie, like, let me be. Are you not allowed to do that?
I'm not saying people are not allowed to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The tough love is real. The tough love is real. No, but just being aware of how everyone is kind of going through it, kind of thing. You know, you just need to kind of figure out what works best for you.
That's it.
And whatnot. But yeah, just reassure yourself. I think it's reassure ourselves. Was you gonna say something?
Yeah, I just feel sorry for all the young people there more, the babies that are born around this time more. The enjoyment has been
What
missed.
the heck? What are you saying?
Sorry for them.
What?
Yeah, not the young ones, not the young ones, but like the young teenagers and that.
Yeah, why?
The enjoyment.
The enjoyment is gone. Nowhere to Wonderland.
Nowhere to Wonderland.
Nowhere to Wonderland.
Oh my days.
Carnival was X.
Yeah, carnival's done.
Festivals, no more.
No festivals, no concerts.
Afro Nation, we don't
Trust
know for
me.
next year.
Yeah, we don't know. Hey, even weddings.
Wait, no, but weddings have been happening.
Weddings have been happening. Weddings
Listen.
with food.
God has been sprinkling love.
With food, what? And with a massive reception.
No, but do you know what it is? Yeah, and like, a lot of people have said this to me. No. A lot of people have said this to me. Yeah, Corona is basically an excuse for people to have a smaller wedding because a lot of us, as African heritage,
You save more money.
you save more money, and it's a matter of like you have like these aunties from like
Yes.
I don't know from
Manchester.
do you know what I mean, or from Asia somewhere that's come down, yeah. And it's like, like, because I have a limited number, it's government rules.
From
Sorry, guys, I
Fiji
have to
and
cap it to 40. I'm
From
sorry.
Fiji and aunties from Fiji wanna come down.
No, some people prefer. I think like one of my work colleagues, she was just she's been proposed to, and she was like, to be honest, yeah, I like the idea that I might get married during lockdown because I'd have to, invite everybody. Like not everyone can come. I like the idea of a small kind of intimate wedding. So some people prefer it. I'm telling you, gotta just sprinkle in some love because everybody is proposing up and down, up and down, up and down.
Up and down, up and down, up and down.
So no, but there's been good things coming out of it anyway.
Always, man. There's always good in everything.
There's
man.
always good in everything, and I guess it allows couples
Don't beat yourself
to
up
really,
like this.
Oh well, yeah. I guess it's really hard to self-inflict, but yeah,
No
kind of
cap,
thing.
man. So yeah.
No, but even young people, yeah. I think again they shouldn't feel no pressure. Like I've had quite a few of my one particular girl, and I think she's so amazing. I think she's watching, she'll know what I'm talking about. But she's so young, but she still managed to she started off with this little business, like a hair business kind of thing, and it's going off. Like she's making, I'm just like, go off, sis. Like good for her, she's managed to kind of take time. Not even take time, but use this time to kind of nurture into her skills, like something that she does, like even as young black girls as well. Like you go to secondary school, you go to school, and you get your friend to Henry your hair kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Or you come with your eyelashes and you're like, oh sis, said you glue this eyelash for me, but they're monetizing from it. Do you know what I mean? These all these little small development and skills and making money from it, kind of thing. So definitely young people don't feel. Listen, this is. It's a great time. It's a good time, but a bad time as well.
It's still a good time to be alive. 10 years later,
Definitely.
our children and whoever's come after us, they're gonna be writing about this in their exams. 25 marks.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Imagine.
Explain the effects that Corona had on ethnic minorities in the year 2020, please.
20 marks.
20 marks. I want 1 mark. Include the word lockdown. Include the word pandemic.
Include the word. Must include.
Must include. Give your sources.
gosh.
BBC News. Make sure you mention the Prime Minister then.
That's so funny. That's it. But then I guess even when it comes to schools, for example, how have your students been taking it?
That's a very good question. So obviously my kids are still unfortunately quite young to understand what's happening. Every time I wear a mask, they laugh. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
oh, such cuties, really.
nah, man, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you have to be as a child because children is they just love, and it's they're very respectable, and you know what I'm saying, they just obey and they follow, do you know what I'm saying, who is supposed to be the leader in their lives, and they play the role of a child properly. But adults sometimes we lose the willingness or the function of how to act as an adult and how to stay as an adult at all times. So I just look at them and I tell myself, man, lockdown, no lockdown, fire outside the school, I'm still gonna, do you know what I'm saying, love and care for these children.
Oh, that's
man.
amazing. Yeah.
Make sure they win regardless.
100%. Yeah, we just want to be it's necessary to have role models for these younger ones as well, because we're quickly moving into a place where certain areas as well, some people want to make money making money for us, so you start to divulge into certain behaviors and acts that don't serve you, that just basically get you in trouble. But we provide these justifications that are excuses or reasons for us to be
you can't be doing those things. Like, do you know what it is? It's funny because Top Boy was on TV in it, and my dad happened to have watched like a scene, and he goes to me, there's a verse in Proverbs that actually cautions us from doing these things. Because like I think in Proverbs, and I'm paraphrasing, I apologize, I don't quite know the word for word scripture, but it says about how the person who gets money hastily will forever have to like watch over their back, something like that. Because no matter how much money you have, from time it's been obtained illegally, you can never really be satisfied in yourself because you knew that you didn't go by rightfully. Do you get rightfully? You never, and that's when panic comes. That's when the same money that you acquired will slip out your hands, and that's what causes you to still fall into that same bondage. So why even do it in the first place? If you're forever having to run away from police, do you know what I'm saying? Just do what's right lawfully.
Definitely.
And obviously, it's still a case where if the desire is in your heart for you to acquire wealth, it can come, but just understand that it will be slow.
It'll be slow.
Yeah, anyways, and it's not in your own time.
Definitely.
But
Definitely. And again, this is the main reasons why I feel emphasize our point in regards to policing what you internalize, information that you internalize in regards to our faith and just our how we see ourselves, because the need for like money or to keep us afloat kind of thing is based off what we would like to acquire, what we need. And so in terms of like, I always say young people, even adults are the same. The way people look, you want to be able to dress a certain way, to acquire certain things, or be able to just have these things. So you would do the far left. That's not you. That's just completely different to who you are. Just to make that make you feel good. So
people do the most just to make themselves look good in front of people who don't even care about you looking good in the first place. They don't really care. If I'm like, they're not really watching.
Well, they'll care when. It's true, Charlie. It's true.
It's not even that they don't care too tough.
It's true. So definitely for like just the younger ones to be weary of things that you find find interesting.
Guard your heart, man. Above everything else.
Definitely
it's biblical right there.
These things will, and I think it's for everyone, they become habitual. Certain things or character or just traits that you pick up will become a habit.
That's what they say. Like if you keep on something for like 21 days, then it becomes a habit.
Yeah. So these things, it become a habit to being. It becomes a need to become like this is something that you have to have as soon as you wake up. It's something that you have to have, so that as time goes on, once you get into like your late adolescence or to your early 20s, your 30s, you can't tap out of it. It's hard. It's really, really, really hard to get yourself out of that habit kind of thing. So definitely, really just be wary and attentive of the information that you're taking in. If you do have a desire for money, because again, even during lockdown, not everyone's gonna have as much. Please be saving, 4
Just
weeks.
save, like, don't splash those furlough payments, those whatever you're on. Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
But if it's the need for money kind of thing, again, emphasizing, have that faith, surrender fully. Like, it's gonna provide for you. He's gonna provide for you real soon, like definitely, and it will. Phil said, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, kind of thing, So just be wary of who you're around as well. That will, who you're around, who you talk to, the energy that you possess around yourself. Like, be real wary, and whatnot. But I'm gonna say so. There's not much to say here. So
not much to say, but guys. So, just make sure you keep your faith high during this lockdown. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it will definitely enrich you for the long term. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be blessed, and obviously others will be blessed by it. And tomorrow's not promised, so just stay on your ramparts.
Definitely. Bro. Just sharpen to the work with God, really and truly. He sees your heart, and if you're not someone who likes to write, like some to do music, or just find something that's creative, something expression.
God is with you always. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you will be successful in your own way or in God's designed way if you stick with God.
Definitely. So any little works, any little thing, works towards Him,
exactly.
And in your faith, ask yourself every day, what can I do to sharpen my faith? What can I do to nurture my faith and growing in faith, kind of thing? don't be expectant or like don't feel pressure to get to a certain point in the next like 2 months kind of thing. Be in ebb and flow with it, you know. But be in ebb and flow with it with him, because it's like I keep saying, it's a beautiful journey.
It's a very beautiful journey. But yeah, you're not exempt from obviously like making those goals for yourself and aims and objectives, because you are still human. You are still a human being. You're still gonna have to be expected to obviously toil, sweat sometimes, whatever, and just grind it out.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you guys for listening and whatnot. Now we're finna
wrap this up.
Wrap it up. I can't do that. Wrap it up.
It will come.
Anyways, tune in to our next episode. We may have somebody special.
You may have, you never know. But yeah, make sure you subscribe, you like this video as well, you leave us a comment, and hit the thumbs up. That's real important
as well.
That's it.
Rate and review the podcast as well. And on our podcast, you have all the previous teachings from earlier this year and last year as well. So definitely tune into that, you know. So see y'all later. Au revoir. Bye. Peace out from Kiss. No, we need to nail down the song. I will say this every episode.
Man, why do you don't even need to sing. We don't even need to sing.
I want to sing. Okay, so all right, bye guys.
Know that song. We don't even know one. We don't even know one lyric.
My mojo.
We don't even know one lyric.
I do. I just can't. It's the melody that I can't catch. That's the thing.
Cause it don't matter where you come from. It only matters where you go.